Hey everybody, how's it going? Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be unboxing this roll of pennies, wheat pennies from the Federal Reserve Bank of Denver. We'll see if there are actually any, correlation. Maybe a 1914 D would be really awesome, but kind of trying to test, is this an authentic old roll? I paid about $35 for it. Now, the San Francisco one I released a little while ago was kind of a bonkers video. Now, this one is going to be probably a little bit more down to earth, but I'll just take this roll open, see what's inside, and look forward to potentially making some good finds. Like I always say, I used to always want to purchase all these rolls off of eBay when I was a much younger kid. I'm kind of looking at coins, and so now I have an opportunity to do it. Let's try to find some key dates or cherry picker errors. Now, the other cool thing about this is that I'm going to be doing a folder that I've been compiling, including all of the wheat penny rolls that I've searched off of eBay, trying to fill out a folder just to see how good quality are these rolls going to be. And I backfilled it when I filmed the San Francisco roll that kind of accompanied this one. I released that ahead of schedule, so I put the ones that from that video into this folder. It's totally up to date with all of the videos we have since done, so hopefully we can fill something out. I'm kind of eyeing this 1909 SVDB. I think it would be really nice to get that. But anyways, let's see what happens and get this roll open. And let's go for it. This time there's going to be no shenanigans. I can always promise that. But I'll try to avoid damaging any of the coins in here because I found that these rolls are just extremely challenging to get open. Let's see, yeah, so you got the first layer and there's going to be a second layer in there. It'd be awesome to find a way to like roll these coins yourself, just because you could make some pretty nifty rolls. And I think let's see, here we go. So going to just get these coins open and go one at a time through them. We'll just start with these first few, but we're going to see if there's a theme of a lot of Denver coins. And I remember on the last one, there were tons of coins from the 30s, so we'll see if that's the case with these as well. 1934 is going to be our first find. 1956D, very cool. And the folder that we're working on is only 1940 to 1909, so it's not the later dates as well. 1936 here, always look for that double die, but it's not there. Doesn't look like it, at least. There's some red stuff on my thumb. I'm going to try to get that out in just a moment. But 1937 after that, 1934 to follow up, and then we're going to get a pair of 1937s. That's, not normal. Normally we're getting tons of, 1940s when we're searching through these rolls, but two more 1936s. So this is actually following a similar trend as the last one. And I'm not going to say that that's disappointing, but, it would be a lot cooler to just get a wide variety of dates, because when they're all from the 30s, it kind of makes you feel like, it's a very put together roll on the part of whoever made it. But 1950D in slightly better condition is a nice way to kind of shake things up a little bit. 1934 there. Let's see what else. 1935, another one that we've seen, and then 1936. After that, we're going to get a 1939 and a 1938D. That might actually be, I'm just going to flip a page here. 1938D is new, so I'll just take it off the stand here. That's going to be our first folder filler for the day, and I'll put that one to the side, but that's a good find. Okay, and I'm back. I was just fixing whatever was on my thumb. I was kind of getting annoyed by it, but we have another 1938D, so we'll have to compare those for condition. Ooh, and we got a nice uncirculated coin. 1930, a little bit earlier, and maybe I think it'll be from the 50s. 1949D. So that's actually a pretty coin. Really, really good looking. And I'm trying to think, I can't see any major varieties on there, but that I thought I caught a glimpse of something that looks old in terms of the penny down there. 1930 is going to be our next find. This one's in better shape as well. 1949. That's kind of fun. And then we're back to the 30s. 1936, 1937, 1954D. So let's see. That's kind of nice. Not quite as uncirculated as some of our other finds, but 1919, that's older, and 1937. So I think that we already found a 1919. Just going to look briefly here. And yes, we have had a 1919 in the past, but this one is a 1917D. So that is awesome. I'm almost positive. Let me just double check. And, it's correct. 1917, going to be a new one in the folder too. So that's going to go to the side, and that gets us a little bit closer to our objective. I think that there's very few unsearched rolls though on eBay that are truly unsearched, so I think filling out a lot of the key dates will be tough, but good to claw away at some of the slightly more challenging dates. 1944, then we have a 1938, 1930, and this one looks especially old, so I'm hoping for, teens or 1927D. So I'm almost positive that will be also new. Ooh, and it is not. So I guess that one also came up in the past. So no dice in terms of getting a new one in the folder, but still a slightly better date. And it's always fun to get things where you are pretty confident that it's better than normal out of one of these penny rolls. So I think let's make sure. Yep, that's totally empty. And then these are going to round out the remainder of the hunt, starting with a 1938. So, I'm thinking in my mind for 40 bucks, doesn't seem like we're exactly crushing it. 1938D again, 1937, 1934, 1937S is kind of cool. But I think that we have already found that one in the past, and my thought was correct. A lot more worn wheat ears here. 1930, 1939S could be something. No, we do already have that as well. But this isn't a terrible roll. It's better than, I think it's better than the average roll that you see on eBay, but you can generally get those average rolls for like $10, which is overpriced. Paying 40 bucks for this is really not, assuming we don't find anything great, really not worth it. 1928D, I can tell that's going to be our third folder filler. So it's not really an expensive coin though, but it's still fun to have for our mini collection. We have 1939, 1937 here. Let's see what else we can do. 1935, another 1928D. So they seem to really be repetitive. I think that I like this condition better, so I'm going to swap them out. And then our final three coins, we're going to go 1935S. Actually, I should check on that. We do have one. And our last two, 1935 and 1936. Get extra close. Make sure that there's not a double die, which there is not. And I'm just going to say it, there's going to be 3 folder fillers in this folder, and that's not enough to really warrant this. I think that this roll was either a fraud or, yeah, I think it was a fraud because, they have all these uncirculated coins that are from beyond the 30s, and then all of these circulated ones from the 30s. So it really doesn't seem like this was, put together at Denver. Instead, I think that the person, maybe just found a way to stamp Federal Reserve Bank of Denver on a bunch of rolls and then upsold them, sold them for way more than they could have had they, had just put them in these crimped wraps and not have had that, description on the back. So anyways, the listing is taken down on eBay. It got voided. It wasn't even just regularly sold. So maybe there was something happening from the end of eBay. Somebody might have reported it, but it's a good lesson. I lost 40 bucks, or, say 35 if we have $5 in value of what we found, which is probably a little bit of an overestimate. But, I'm always happy to take the loss so that you guys do not have to. My recommendation would be definitely to avoid eBay wheat penny rolls for the most part. You can generally get a much better deal from a local coin shop who's trying to move their bulk pennies in person. Thanks so much. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to subscribe to Treasure Town as well as like and comment. Check out my other platforms like my website, treasuretownYT.com. Also some information if you're interested in supporting the channel. Then I also have an Instagram at TreasureTownYT, Twitter at TreasureTownYT, and Facebook Treasure Town. So maybe I'll see you on some of those other platforms, and have a great day.